Hello and welcome to Columbus Local Podcast. I'm Len D'Amico, and this is episode 119.
Wow.
I know.
It says 119 right here, too.
119, what is that, voltage meter?
Yeah.
That's pretty apropos here because we have Roark Maddern.
Indeed.
Roark,
I have arrived.
you're here, man.
The stars have aligned.
Episode 119. You reached out and we chatted, and I thought, yeah, man, let's try to sneak you in here sooner than later because you got a lot going on.
I do. Well, I stay busy, but I always make time for some cool stuff, such as this.
Oh, this is cool. This is cool. This is a very personal thing for me.
Yeah.
Because I love what's going on in Columbus musically.
Mm-hmm.
Columbus musicians are hardworking folks, usually multifaceted. Doing several things, but they do what they do to keep their passions going in music. And
pretty much all of them. It's hard to meet somebody who's not.
It is hard.
At least more than two things.
It's very hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's fun. That's why you do it.
And so what do you're like a rhythm section guy. You're drums and bass. And we were playing with some of these basses in here today.
Mm-hmm.
And you're a maestro, man, at such a young age. I mean, geez, it's freaking awesome to see you, just go rattle the fretboard on a bass.
Yeah, because it's fun.
It is fun.
I don't know about maestro, but I'll take it. I will take it.
You from what I saw, man.
You haven't seen me on drums yet, and you'd be like, all right, he's okay.
So you're a drummer and a bass. So you're your own rhythm section.
Yeah.
Not simultaneous, obviously, but you probably could do some of that. I'm sure you have.
I haven't figured it out yet. I'm still trying.
In
the meantime, I got to join a couple bands, doing a couple different things, but yeah.
And so currently, what are your I think you got 3 you're involved in, right?
Yeah. Well, my main thing is Cane Toads. I play bass in that. I've been doing that for, I want to say 7 years. But Jason, the lead singer of the band, it's mostly his band. I mean, he started it, and I joined in late. Same with the guitar player, Brandon Crump, best buddy of mine. We're all brothers. We joined in later, probably 2 years after the band started. I think he started in 2016, and we joined in 2018. So I've been doing that since then. And that's been my main thing for a while. And then I'm also in another band.
That's out of Columbus, right?
Yes, yeah. We play all around Columbus. But I joined another band called Lore, and that's some doom metal stuff. Cane Toads is kind of like alternative rock, reggae stuff.
Jam bandish, right?
Yeah, we jam out, man. We just like having fun. We just play whatever we want. We don't really. It's so funny.
You're not covering music.
Yeah, we cover stuff sometimes. Oh. Yeah. Well, Jason, he's the main songwriter for the most part. Like I'd say about 80% of the stuff we play, like when we play shows, is stuff that he's written. And me and Brandon kind of just add our flavors onto it, and we write a lot of stuff on our own too, but it doesn't always work because it's just me and him, we love playing all kinds of stuff all over the place. So it's kind of like you got to centralize some stuff sometimes, But it's mostly him doing a lot of the songwriting, and like I said, we just kind of add our own flavors onto it. But it's usually alternative rock. He's really into like Blind Melon, Sublime. We cover a lot of Sublime. We're kind of known for that kind of stuff, and the reggae stuff. And then we'll also pull out some metal and some funk. So it's kind of just like a jam band. We just have fun with it. We just play whatever we want to play. And then in Lore, the other band I just joined recently, I haven't even been in there for a year yet, but they're a bunch of guys from Capitol that I went to school with, and I love doom metal, so stoner metal. So as soon as they asked me to join, I was like, yes, please. It's like, I would love to do that.
Doom, stone, so like desert rock stuff.
Yeah. And they like all kinds of stuff too.
Caius, bass, rooted.
Caius.
Branched.
Yes. I've been trying to get them into Caius, man. I love Caius. I love Queens of the Stone Age too.
When you say
I love
get
Josh
them
Homme.
into, get your band into listening to
Lore,
them.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because they love Sabbath. They love all kinds of stuff. They've turned me on a couple different bands too, like
There's a Caius episode on Columbus Local Podcast.
Is there really?
You should look it up.
Oh, I'm gonna listen to it. I love Caius, dude. I love him. I was into them before I even knew anything about Queens, and I was like, oh, that's that guy. I was like, oh, that's so cool. That's badass. So yeah.
Where it all
I
came
love that
from.
stuff. Yeah.
I mean, those guys out there in Cali, was that Southern California? Desert?
Yeah, the Desert Boys.
Yeah.
And like his
They
other
got
band.
nothing better to do.
Yeah.
Than to just blast their bass guitars.
Have you ever heard of the Desert Sessions? Josh Homme, he's got some of that kind of stuff. That stuff's cool.
Wild.
I love all his stuff.
Wild.
Fully support everything he does. Yeah. So yeah.
So you're in that vein of stuff.
Oh yeah, groovy stuff. But yeah, heavy groove. You know, like I said, being in the rhythm section, that's my favorite thing. So as soon as they asked me to join in, I was like, yes. And I know all of them really well. So I was like, oh, this will work out.
Good for you. How do you guys network to find that opportunity for yourself?
Well, that helped a lot since, like I said, I knew them all, and I had them in Orange Judio to record. They wanted to do a live track of a song that they already had called Cast a Shadow. So I had them in, and they wanted to do a film thing where they kind of recorded a live version, because the version that's out there isn't how we play it live, or back then, how they played it before I was in the band. I had them in at the studio and just to record them and stuff, and so like I had already been pretty familiar with them beforehand, and after recording them, I was like, oh yeah, these are the guys. Like I really enjoy playing with them. So I just kind of looked out with that since I already knew them all personally.
Cool.
Yeah. But other than that, yeah, I mean, it's just playing shows and stuff, you know. Like I like word of mouth stuff. I like hitting up people over Instagram, or like how I found out about you, you know, over social media and stuff. I like doing that. Anytime I hear a band, then I'm like, man, you guys kick
And you
ass.
stub your toe on stuff. You're like, or a venue even.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah.
There's some great venues in Columbus.
yeah.
Some of them are very well known. Mm-hmm. Others not as well known, but frequented by a regular crowd. You know, with good music.
That's how I feel about the Rambling House.
Agreed.
That's like my favorite. That's probably my favorite spot. If I had to pick one spot, it would be the Rambling House. It'd be tied between the Rambling House and Summit. Those are my two favorite spots.
Oh man, yeah, those are cool, very cool. And I'm a Rumba Cafe guy too.
Yeah, I love Rumba, dude.
Yeah,
I
it's
love
a great
playing there.
room.
It's fun.
Dick's Den is a cherished little
Yeah.
jewel of a place too.
Different vibe. Definitely
Totally
different
different.
vibe.
Well, maybe
own
for
thing.
my age bracket, right?
Not as heavy, not the heavier stuff, not the rock stuff, but man, they have some amazing musicians in there, man.
Oh gosh,
I love that place. It's so cool.
Oh yeah.
Same with like that place in like Ginger Rabbit. It's kind of like the same kind of vibe, you know, a similar vibe.
Is that at Easton?
That's also downtown. It's right off High Street. It's near.
I missed out.
It's in the short north.
Okay.
It's kind of like a speakeasy. It kind of reminds you of a speakeasy.
Nice.
It's not like open. It's not like just a bar though. You need tickets to get in there. But
Is it in Buttles?
yeah. It's kind of off High
Got
Street,
it.
just like
Yep.
one block down.
Used
That
to be the
place is
puzzle
cool.
store.
Oh, really?
It used to be. You could go and play games, board games,
Oh, that's cool.
mystery games, that kind of stuff. It's
Dang,
pretty fun.
what a turnaround that
I
place
know,
happened.
they turn around. Well, I think it was one of those things you do for a while, and then like you kind of forget about it.
Yeah.
And this was everybody else, I guess. But it transformed.
Yeah.
That sounds cool.
I saw my buddy Levi Brown in the smoking section. I don't know if you've ever heard of them, but they are awesome, and they play there all the time.
Man.
And sometimes Levi will send me some stuff, some tracks from there, and I'm like, man, I gotta come out and see him.
Yeah.
I haven't seen him there yet. I've seen another band there. I can't even remember the name. Me and my girlfriend just have gone out there before and checked it out. But yeah, that place is cool. Reminds me of Dick's Den a lot. But I've never even actually been in Dick's Den. I've just heard a lot of videos from Dick's Den.
Why not?
I've never made it in there, man.
Why not?
Because every time I want to go out there, I think they're only open 4 days a week.
That's kind of an inside joke. They have a big sign, big sign
Oh
that says,
yeah.
"Why not?"
See, I totally missed it.
Right. Well, see, that's part of the thing.
I don't go over
It's
there.
part
that
of the
much.
thing.
Yeah, why not?
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, but there's some cool ass musicians that run around that area.
Yep.
I really like it. It's,
Oh, yeah.
It's very cool. It's so much different than any of the stuff that I do. I just like, enjoying it,
eclectic.
taking it in. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's cool.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And what you're involved in, I think, is eclectic as well.
Yeah.
To a lot of people that are out there doing things.
Yeah, you gotta have your foot in at least everything. Or at least that's how I like to do stuff. That's like, what more can I do? What else can I stick my foot in? It's like, all right, I got a couple skills in this, couple skills in that. Let's just figure it out. You never know. One thing might pop off, and you're like, oh, that actually, I feel like that happens for a lot of people. It's something you wouldn't expect. That's like, oh, I'm actually really good at that now. I actually should do that. It doesn't even end up being what you expect.
Yeah.
But yeah, you never know, man.
So you have Cane Toads, Lore, and you're also involved in a third
Yeah.
project, sort of, right?
Coda.
Is that a band?
Yeah.
Okay.
I kind of fill in for them sometimes. I wouldn't consider myself a permanent member by any means, but I do play with them a good amount.
That's cool.
We're playing at the Library Bar August 29th.
Campus?
Yeah.
Really?
August 28th or 29th. It's a Friday of that week. But I'm filling in with them on bass. But yeah, they're all a bunch of buddies I went to high school with that we linked up way later on. And I recorded, I would say, 4 songs with them maybe at Orange Judio. And
Interesting.
yeah, so I helped them. I produced those tracks.
You produced, okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Produced, recorded, mixed their first 3 or 4 singles. I can't remember the exact number. It's 3 or 4.
Are you running a label for that?
No, it's just freelance stuff.
I gotcha.
Yeah, so I'm just doing it.
Helping musicians
Yeah,
get
yeah.
it out there.
Because I want to do that more and more. You know, I've done a good amount of it at this point. I mean, that's kind of my main thing. That's where my skill set lies in. You know, other than playing music, is producing music. Because I love doing it. It's fun, and I went to school for that. So I have the technical knowledge of doing it, but I don't have enough clientele. So if you ever want to record,
where did you
let me know.
go, Roark? Where did you go to school?
Capital University in Bexley, Ohio.
For music?
Yeah, for music technology.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's mix. Is that learning how to mix and produce?
Mix, produce, record, help out with live sound, all sorts of different things.
Nice.
But I spent most of my time pretty much 5 days a week in the studio, buried away in the dungeon of Studio F, just getting some chops in. Because we had free studio access, so I would just hang out down there all the time.
Wow.
All the time. Anytime people weren't down in there, I'm like, what are you guys doing? Like, this studio is so nice. It's like, that's all I want to do. I just go down there, set up some mics,
once you
play
start
the drums.
recording stuff, does
it's
get
addicting. Bro.
Oh, jeez.
It's addicting to me, man.
That Mac, there's a DAW in that thing. And
Yeah.
There's all these interfaces. If I start, I'll record for months and I won't get anything else done.
I love recording at home. You know, like I'll lay down stuff at home, like a little 2 interface. I have like a Focusrite interface. I like doing that, but when you really get in, you record some drums. That's my favorite thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's my favorite thing in the world. Let's lay down some drums. Let's lay down the drum tracks.
You lay down the track. So you can do that where you live?
No, I can't, but I wish I could. At Orange Judio, in general, that's my favorite thing to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, at home, I'll lay down some ideas, you know, on the guitar, you know, or the bass, and I'll do a little program, a little drum track in there, you know, something basic. And sometimes I find myself doing too much, and then I go in to record it, and I'm like, I put way too much effort into that. I'll just do it in like 5 seconds, you know. I'll just do it in one take. You know, but I'm like, I have to make it perfect. It has to sound good.
Are you releasing this music digitally?
Yeah.
That you're creating?
Yeah.
Where do we find that?
Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon.
So you're just releasing it out there?
Yeah. So like
What's
Cane Toads.
it brand? It's branded under these bands? Under these brand names, okay.
Yeah. So Cane Toads, we have a bunch of music all over the place. We've been doing forever. That started back when I used to record
forever,
at home.
yeah, what year-ish?
Well, since 2018.
Okay. Some of us are
forever
older
for
than
me.
That,
yeah. Sorry. Forever for me. Since we've been doing it. Like
Yeah.
as soon as I joined the band, Jason, it was just him at one point. Basically, it was Jason and a guitar player, a drummer, and a bass player, and they all quit pretty much simultaneously. And me and Brandon, like I said, came in, and then Jason's brother Josh, the twin brothers, yada yada. He was on drums for a minute, and then I got a drummer from high school to come in. But as soon as we all joined in, it kind of like changed. It was a different band, and I was really into recording back then. I was still in high school. I think I was a junior in high school when I joined, and I had this Mackie mixer that was like my friend Nick gave me. That's like a 16-in mixer, and I used to just record at home just for fun. Before I even knew I was going to do anything music in like making money at all, I just like doing it. So it's just for fun. So our first EP is all recorded at home of me mixing stuff and just trying shit out, and it sounds terrible. It sounds awful. Listening back to it, but it was just me trying it out, you know.
Yeah.
Well, the songs are good. That transcends everything anyway, you know. But yeah, I listened back to it. I'm like, oh, what the hell was I doing? But I was just trying stuff out. But yeah, when I joined the band, I was kind of the only one who had any technical knowledge of like recording, just from just me doing it out of my own interest, you know. I forget where I was going with this point, but
No. No, we're talking about Coda.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Wow, I got way off. Dude, I just ramble. You can stop me from rambling
man,
anytime.
You're good. No, it's interesting. It's like you got a lot going on, man. There's a lot you're producing, And you're a relatively young guy. So I mean, I admire the drive.
Well, I respect that
You're
you admire it.
Well, just the fact that it's clear that music's a passion for you. The production of music is a passion for you, to the point where you're even getting involved performing.
Yes.
Drums,
100%.
bass, right at the heartbeat of the whole operation.
That's everything that I want to do. That's all I want to do. And I do other stuff here and there just because I have to, but if I could do that 24 hours a day, every day, that's all I would do.
Yeah,
all the time.
you're a music person.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
Yeah.
Fully committed.
Yeah.
I do remember I was going at that point, though. Yeah.
Got it.
Starting with Cane Toads. Yeah, I would record all the music and, oh, shoot, I lost it immediately. Oh, yeah, we were starting at Coda. Yeah, so I've known them for a long time.
Excuse me.
I've known them since high school. And, I would record them a lot. There was a solid probably like 6 months we recorded and tracking stuff all the time. And producing a lot of music, I was familiar with a lot of their music anyway, so anytime they need me to fill in, I kind of just fill in here and there when I can, So, and I love doing it. They do a lot of covers and stuff, but I like their originals, and they're freaking awesome, dude. They're a kick-ass band. They're a lot of fun.
Where are they playing?
They're playing at A&R Bar.
A&R, right over here.
Yeah.
At downtown Columbus.
Right next to the old Kemba, where I also work.
Kemba.
Yeah, they're playing A&R Bar. They're opening for...
Shout out to Pete Seaman.
Yeah, Pete Seaman, the guy. The old guy.
Good dude.
Yeah.
You say that. He's met so many people.
Yeah.
He's got photos of everybody that's rolled through.
That was cool listening to it. I loved
his podcast episode.
Yeah. It was so cool listening to the fact that he just walks into the Agora, walks upstairs to the office, and he's like, I need a job. And they're like, all right, sure.
Kind of like you, right?
Yeah, kind of, a little bit, yeah. Well, I got the job at Kemba from my buddy Ty, who I went to school with, just got me the job there. And he was like, here, I'll give you his number. And I texted him, I was like, hey, can I work here? And he's like, yeah, sure. Just walked it.
That's
but a
good.
little bit different. Now we have phones, so it's a little bit different than when he joined. I couldn't just walk in and say something. So I just thought that was funny.
Because no one would be in the office.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm sorry I derailed you, man.
Oh, no, you're good, man. Let's keep on rambling. Ramble on.
But you were talking about Kemba, but there was a place nearby.
Yeah, A&R right next door. Yeah.
Playing there. So they play in there coming up, right?
They're playing there. I can't remember who they're opening for, but it's a regional act that's pretty cool. Can't remember the date.
At A&R.
Watch this. I can look it up in 5 seconds because I'm just that good.
Oh,
I want to give them a good promo. I want to make sure they get people out.
Accuracy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll check it out.
Yeah.
That's something Beth and I would probably do.
They're opening for Brent Cobb and the Fixins.
Really?
August 28th at A&R Bar. Go check it out. It's going to be cool.
That's like in 2 weeks.
Awesome. Yes.
From this recording.
Yes. And then I'm playing with them the day after, I believe, at the Library Bar.
Coda.
Yes.
And what kind of music is Coda's original music?
Yeah, they do a lot of originals. They do a lot of covers. These 2 shows are coming up. It's a lot of covers, but they do a couple of originals that fit the vibe really well. They're really good at finding out the vibe.
Cool.
It's kind of all over the place, man. I had to learn. They gave me the set list of stuff to play, and it's like 25, 30 songs that are all over the place. And I was like, oh, man. It's like, this is going to be a lot. But I was down for it because they're all good songs.
How long does it take you to
songs.
Woodshed for a show?
Well, we had...
Like, these are covers, right? So you have access to what the arrangement's going to be.
Yes, okay. And they're covers that I was familiar with all the songs, but of course going down and actually, sit down and learn it was kind of tricky,
Yeah. I know it's time consuming.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm up at 4:30 till 8 o'clock in the morning, or 7 at least. Mm-hmm. Then I start go to work. I do my day job.
Most of the time I give the whole set list a good run through, and I'll just jam along to it and just play through it and be like, all right, if I had to wing it, can I wing it? Let's just see what happens.
Phone it in?
Yeah. And
really?
It was like, a lot of those, it's kind of
well,
like...
for a one and done, I guess.
Yeah.
But you know, at your level, though, I'm sure...
Well, I just give it a once-over.
Yeah.
I like to give it a once-over and be like, all right, 75% of those, yeah, I could probably just wing it. And then there's a couple of them where I'm like, ooh, I don't really know what's going on there. I got to listen back. And then, so that's what I did for this first practice we just had like a week ago. And I showed up for practice, and it was a couple songs that I was like, oh, yeah, I don't even remember what key the song is in. Because I just winged it for once. Like, I just give it a good warm-up before the first practice. And then the first practice comes, and I'm like, oh shit, I don't remember a couple of these songs. And then I would listen back later after that, and I'm like, oh yeah, I was totally off on that, on these parts and this part. I'm like, okay, now I'm actually gonna learn it. It's like I know the song, I played it with them.
Yeah, it helps to play with the people that you're gonna do it with.
Because I'm like, I want to hear if they're gonna be like, oh, actually, we're playing it in this key, or we added this part to it, and we want to skip this part, whatever. So it's like I like just get a once over, so I'm like familiar with the song. But yeah, I remember the song. I've heard it on the radio a bunch of times. If it's cover songs. And then when you actually go to play with people, you're like, it's not my band. It's whatever they want to do. I'll match whatever you want to do. Cool. So it's like I'm not going to get too into the part before I even, if they want to change stuff up. I'm like, okay, now I know how you guys want to actually play it. So now I'll go home and learn it for real. So that's where I'm at right now with that. So we've only had one practice so far. But it was fun just kind of like getting back with them. I haven't played with them in a while. I played drums with them at Roomba a while back. And that was a lot of fun. That was so fun. Because I haven't played drums at a gig in forever. And I was like, oh,
what kind of kit are you like swinging?
Well, my dad just gave me a Yamaha Stage Custom from the 90s.
No way.
Which is awesome. Because that's like the golden era of drums right there. Or that's a specific era of drums that are like amazing. If you get some Yamaha drums from the 90s, Stage Customs, they're badass.
What color?
I love playing them. They're like a...
skin.
They're wood. I would say like an oak wood, not maple. I think they're oak. I'm pretty sure. And just like a glossy finish on them, man. I love them. They're so nice. I had a kit, a white birch Stage Custom that was more modern that I just had to sell off recently because I had it in storage for too long and the bass drum started warping and I was like, oh man, so I had to sell it.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. I was kind of mad about that because it's the only kit I've ever owned and I just had to sell it because I was like, I'm not going to do anything with this. I'll just get a new kit. And I sold it, and like a week later, I went over to my dad's place, and he was like, I got my old kit from 8th grade. He's had it since 8th grade.
No way.
And he was like, I'm going to give this to you because I don't really have anything else to do with it. It's taking up space. And I was like, oh, I'll definitely take that. Cool. I have so many memories of him playing that at gigs when I was a kid. He had this he has this bass head on it that has his name on it and everything. I was like, oh, that's crazy that I'm playing on it now. I was like, wow. I was never going to imagine that.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
No, that's cool. I mean, the dad always likes to do something like that. I was able to get my son it was a really cool Telecaster. Mm-hmm. I've given him a couple things. Yeah. He's given some stuff back to me though. He's like, I don't need this guitar. Yeah. I got the other one.
Well, I'm afraid to gig with that kid because, like you said, he's been playing since 8th grade. And I mean, he's born in sorry to date you, Dad, but I would say 68. I think he was born in 1968. So he's had that thing for a long time, at least 30 years. So I'm like, kind of afraid to gig with it sometimes. Like anytime I can use a house kit, I'm like, let's use the house kit, just in case. Yeah.
Did you ever see him play that kit?
Oh yeah, all the time.
Okay,
all the time. Yeah,
back in the day.
Yeah, he used to practice in the basement. Reptile Smile is my dad's band. Yeah.
I remember that band.
Really?
I do. I remember that name. Was it what years was that?
In the definitely in the 90s. Yeah. Maybe late 90s.
Was it Columbus?
Yeah, they played around. They're all from Newark originally, but I'm sure they played all over. They played a lot of gigs all over the place. Yeah, Reptile Smile.
Nice.
Yes, they're some cool guys, and it runs in the family. It's kind of funny that I'm in a band called Cane Toads now. After all this time, Reptile Smile and Cane Toads. We're trying to get a reptile show going soon. Completely just out of pure circumstance.
Then you could share the kit with your dad.
Yeah. Wouldn't that be cool? Yeah, that would be awesome.
The rest of those guys still playing?
Yeah, they still play. They just had a show recently. They're all getting old. They kind of just play whenever they can. It's not. They're not as. They used to have originals.
Almost in my age bracket. Almost.
Yes.
Almost.
It's pretty close, I believe.
Yeah.
I don't even know how old you are. How old are you?
I'm older than your father.
Oh, okay.
By a good almost 8 years at least.
Oh, okay.
7. Is that right?
Yeah.
Something like that.
I think
early 60s, boy.
I would say it's been since sometime in the 90s they started playing. But yeah, they had a couple originals. I remember my dad telling me. I remember asking him that a long time ago. I was like, "Do you guys have any of your own songs and stuff?" Because I didn't even know. I didn't know what was covers or not because I was 7, 8 years old. Right? Yeah, I didn't know. But then growing up later is kind of cool, being like, oh, I remember this song. Where do I know this song from? Oh yeah, it was in the basement every Friday. I grew up on Roadhouse Blues, The Doors. They used to play some Nirvana and stuff. The Cars. There's a couple songs that you listen to later on. You're like, oh, this is rooted into my musical memory because I used to hear it all the time. They used to play at least every Saturday, if not every other Saturday, man. So yeah. I've seen him play the kit a bunch of times, all the time. That's the only kid I ever knew. He only got a new kit in the past, probably 6 years from now, 6 years ago. and he moved into a new house, and now he has like a Mapex maple kit. That's badass. It's so cool. Yeah, it's awesome. But yeah, it's really cool having his old kit because it's like a story. I'm like afraid to play it sometimes. I'm like, I don't want to go too hard on this thing because I grew up watching him play that kit. You know, it's like rooted in my memory. I'm like, I don't want to break it.
So cool though. Yeah. So cool that you're going to be able to play it. Too.
Yeah, it's fun. I like playing it. It sounds great. I love Yamaha drums, man. It's an underrated drum company. They do everything. They make motorcycles and drums and all kinds of stuff. Yeah, skis. Yeah. They actually make really good drums. Yeah. Like genuinely my favorite drum company, other than maybe like DW or Pearl, Ludwig. Those are great drum companies, but Yamaha makes amazing drums, especially in the 90s.
They make really heavy guitars.
Yeah, I've never played a Yamaha guitar.
They're heavy.
Just full steel.
Maybe not as heavy as a PV, but they're pretty heavy.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever played it. I've seen a Yamaha bassist. I don't think I've ever played a Yamaha guitar though. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they sound awesome.
Their acoustic guitars are pretty cool.
Yeah.
But
the Japanese, man, they're good inventors. They know what they're doing.
So Coda stuff for that, and there's released music for Coda as well. You're producing a lot of that stuff, or some of it at least.
They work a lot at Black Moon Studios right now with a guy named Unis. And I've been doing stuff over there. I'm not sure 100% what's going on over there. I don't know what they're doing over there. But they released one song there so far, and I just saw they were in the studio there again. But yeah, they've been doing some stuff over there. You know.
And Blackwell, so is that in Newark?
Black Moon is
Black Moon.
Black Moon Studios, yeah.
Black Moon.
I'm not sure where he's at. I don't want to name any city without knowing, but I feel like it's maybe Groveport, maybe. I could be completely wrong.
Columbus area.
Yes, yeah. And he does a bunch of stuff. He's cool.
Yeah, it's a studio I haven't heard.
Yeah. He's a good guy. He does a lot of cool stuff. I haven't had the chance to meet him yet, but he's worked with tons of people around the city. But yeah, so they've been doing stuff over there lately, which I'm totally cool with because he makes great stuff. You can listen to their one track that he just released, or he mixed and recorded, called Hot Blooded. It's pretty good. And then you can listen to some of the stuff I've done before that. We have some pretty different mixing styles. He's definitely more of like a pop kind of guy. Like the vocals are like way up front, right in your face. The drums
That's
are
how I like it.
Drums are on the grid, that's fine, But it's kind of interesting listening to that.
Bass right here.
Yeah. It's very in there. I mean, he's got like 15 years on me, so that's fine. But I like listening to that stuff. I like listening to like differences between how people do stuff, especially like I've worked with them and then I hear a song that somebody completely different has worked on before, and I'm like, oh, I never even heard their songs like that before. I'm like, that's interesting. And then if they came back over to record with me, which they might, who knows, but I'm like, all right, now I might take that into consideration. I'm like, clearly you guys like that kind of style, because I just record in a much more loose way. I don't really record to a click most of the time. It's kind of rare that I record to a click. And all their stuff, I don't think maybe one track we recorded to a click that I played drums on, because we kind of pieced it together. But most of the songs I had them all record together, which you can tell a much different vibe than the song that they did recently, Hot Blooded. It's very much on the clicks, on the meter, every freaking thing punches in there,
Wow.
Which nothing against that at all. I just don't generally do it that way, But it is interesting to listen to. It's interesting to hear one band. It's like any band that you're like, this one album's really cool, and you listen to another album and you're like, man, this is completely different. Like, what changed? It's like, it's probably the producer. The producer or the mixer probably is different than that other album,
Yeah.
Because the workflow is completely different, man. I'm sure my workflow is way different than Unis's workflow. I'm sure. Just by listening to two songs next to
dialing things in the way they come together.
Yeah, way different, I'm sure. And I'm much more loose in the studio. I just let the band play the song, That's generally how I do everything in the studio.
Because that's their sound.
Yeah. And most of the time I see them before I have them come in, Like, I like to go see the band, and, if they have a song they want to play, I'm like, just play the song. Like, I've seen you guys play it. You can play the whole thing. A lot of bands, they're kind of, like, afraid to be in the studio. They don't know what to do. Then, like, they expect there to be a metronome, and they're like, okay, everything has to be perfect. It has to be in line. It has to be this and that, I'm like, just play the song. I'm like, don't worry about it. Just play the damn song. I've seen you guys play it. It's great. It's a great song. Just play it. Like, don't worry about any of that. I'll put up the mics and it's gonna sound badass and it'll be fine. And then they like lay it down. They get a good take and they come in and like, oh, it sounds great. I'm like, I told you, man. You don't have to worry about it. Like, that's my job. That's what you're paying me to do.
Absolutely.
So yeah, it is interesting. But yeah, I love recording bands that way. I love just being able to play. Like, if I was in a band, that's how I'd want to be recorded. like put up the mics. If you have some tips on how maybe we can make it sound better, like let's hear it. But it's like I just want to play the song, you know. I like the. I don't know. I feel like it comes through in the stuff I've released that I've mixed and produced. It's like very organic and just natural to how it sounds.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Good for you.
Yeah, man, I
It's your
like
style.
that stuff.
Earthy.
Yeah, I like that because I feel like
Organic.
that's not like a common thing. I feel like anymore. Everything's pretty gridded out. You know, everything's clicked out, as I like to say. It's clicked out.
Clicked out.
I can listen to a song for 15 seconds and I can tell you immediately, like, the whole situation. I'm like, yeah, that's to a click.
Metronome.
It's incredibly obvious.
Oh,
to me.
I love organic music.
Yeah,
That's
like
why
it,
I like
man.
live music. You
Yeah,
know, when
exactly.
someone
Yeah.
goes over here a little bit, left turn at Albuquerque,
Yeah,
people
yeah.
recover. It's part of the challenge.
Dude, it's so much fun. It's so much
It
fun
is.
to listen
It's a
to
jam.
and to play, especially to
jam.
play. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just kind of how I am. You know, I might be biased in that way, but I enjoy that, you know. Especially when I get bands like Coda or there's a band I'm working with now called Mage Hand, and I've released a whole album with them before. We didn't use click on a single track. The whole album, 50 minutes of music, is completely clickless.
It's the drummer.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he's a freaking, concrete mixer. You know, I'm like, yeah, you don't need a metronome. You got it, man. You're not doing anything crazy, you know. Like, he's a great guy, and he freaking kills it. He's, like, perfect for that music, you know. He leaves, like, a wide open hole for everything else, all the other instruments, you know. So I'm like, I just enjoy recording like that. Like I said, I want to hear what I heard when I saw you live. Like, if I heard them play that whole album, Mage Hand, I went to Rambling House and had them open up for Cane Toads, and they were like, oh, we got some new material. Pat, who's drumming in our band right now, we can talk about that later or whatever, but Pat is the kind of the main guy in that band, and he was like, well, we got a whole album's worth of new stuff. I want you to hear it. I was like, all right, cool. So I sat up front and they played the whole album, basically, that they had all the stuff they had written in order too. It's kind of like conceptual, they flow into each other. And I was like, dude, that was so good. I was like, that was badass. I was like, we gotta record that. So then we went in and recorded Frog Father is the name of the album. And that's basically how I heard it from beginning to end. I was like, we got to get that all in there at once, you know? So, yeah, if you listen to that, it's kind of like how I heard it whenever I first heard them play, you know? So if you ever go listen to that. It's kind of one of my favorite things I've worked on.
Yeah,
please
I will,
do.
man.
It's awesome.
What is it called?
It's Frog Father by Mage Hand.
Mage Hand.
Yes. We're working on another thing right now. We got a couple things to finish up, but we got another little album coming out pretty soon.
Cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
They're one of my favorite guys I've worked with.
And they're Columbus
awesome.
people.
Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, nice. Do they play live?
Yeah, they played at Toad Fest recently, which is something that King Toads put up. They were like the first people we asked to play because Pat, the main guy in the band, used to be in the Cane Toads. He used to be the drummer for a long time, for I would say a couple years before I joined, and then right before I joined, he switched to guitar. He's a really good guitar player, and yeah, he used to be in the Cane Toads. So we've known him for a long time, and then he left to do other stuff, and he started his own band, and that's called Mage Hand. And then we had a couple drummer changes and lineup changes happen, and now he's back in the Cane Toads drumming with us, which is pretty cool. It's been a lot of fun. It's been awesome.
Nice, man.
Yeah, it's been super fun.
Cool. That's very cool.
Especially because I never really knew him like that much whenever he was in the Cane Toads. I mean, I didn't really know him at all. And then I started working with him because Jason, our singer, was like, hey, he's in the studio. He can record some of your stuff for your band. And that's really cool. I got to know him in a completely other band. And then I had him come back in with Cane Toads to fill in on the drums. So it's been really cool because I'm like, now I actually know him really well. We've been jamming out, man. It's been so fucking awesome.
Awesome.
It's been badass.
Very awesome.
Yeah, that's been a ton of fun, man. I love playing the King Toads. I love playing music. It's so fun.
Does it matter
wish I
to
could do
you
it
if
all the
it's
time.
drums or bass?
No, not really. Not really. Well, I
Flip
would
a
say
coin, really?
yeah, I would say it's pretty even. I definitely have more chops recently on the bass than I do on the drums, for sure. Because I can't play the drums all the time. I'm in this new apartment that I just moved into, and we have a loft upstairs in our apartment, and I don't know our neighbors too well yet because I just moved in. So I'm like, I don't know if I can play the drums in there yet or not. I still have to figure it out. I got some investigating to do, a little door knocking to be like,
I'm
hey.
not sure how bass is going over here. I
Yeah.
have no idea.
Well, we were
'Cause
cranking it
I'm
earlier.
not-
I was like turning it down a little bit. I was like, I don't know.
Maybe. But still, primarily concrete, and I know those waves
Yeah.
carry a
Yeah.
distance.
They do. They definitely do.
floors.
Yeah, especially
But
walls.
I'm usually on headphones though, with bass.
Yeah, you can do that all day.
At home, it doesn't bother anybody.
I wish I had like an E-kit. Like I like E-kits, they're cool, but they're not the same, obviously. What I would really like though is I could pad up the drums, and then you get those like practice cymbals. You've seen the cymbals have like all those holes in them. They're like actual metal, the Zildjian cymbals. But I think if I had those in the kit that I have now,
be okay.
I think I could do it.
Interesting.
I think I could do it. I'll have to experiment. We'll see.
You don't want to hit a plastic one.
Yeah, I want to feel like a crash cymbal. You know what I mean? Yeah, I've played those. Those things are pretty nice. They're actually pretty fun to play with, man. Better than the E-kits. But yeah, if I had to flip a coin, it would probably land on bass most of the time. But I do like playing the drums a lot. They're kind of one and the same. You know, to me, that's just how I feel it. I'm a rhythmic bass player generally. You know,
Yeah.
I feel like when people hear me play the bass, they get that vibe for the most part. It's like, yeah, the rhythm's in there. It's all the same. You know.
Cool.
Can't play bass on the drums, but you can play drums on the bass. I don't know if you know that.
Oh, I know that. Oh, I do know that. Yeah, you're basically, playing the drums on the bass. But people play guitar on the bass. Mm-hmm. Or they play guitar as a drum set.
Yeah, yeah.
You could do that.
It's my favorite stuff. I love the rhythm, man.
The rhythm. Yeah, the
and
pocket. The groove.
See, I love
What is the
pocket.
groove for you?
The pocket. The groove. What is it? Oh, to define it. Is it possible? Yeah, it's possible.
Yeah. I mean, for me, dude, I don't know about you. I end up somehow channel connecting spiritually.
Most
That's when I
definitely.
know I'm in.
Yes.
Like, you're in there.
Mm-hmm.
You just, boom. The volume's there. You're in. You're just channeling. You're playing. You can actually, it's electric
yes.
to know you're in the pocket or not.
Sometimes the tempo is also just right for the mood and the moment, I believe. That's why I like jamming. I love to improv. I love to jam because sometimes songs will hit in different situations that you're not expecting, especially, but if you're improving, they kind of hit in the exact moment that you're feeling, You're like, oh, this is a great song and all, but like, let's just fucking jam. Fuck that song. Let's just jam.
Yeah.
It's like, what am I feeling right now? I love this tempo. Ding, 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 I'm like, let's just do that. I don't care what the song is. Let's just do that.
Yeah, 10
and everyone
minutes.
else picks up and is like, oh man, he's really feeling it. Like, maybe we should do that. I kind of like that jam, It's like, that's kind of a thing you just pick up out of thin air, Like, that's how a lot of great songs, a lot of my favorite stuff that I've written or had a hand in writing is like, it's like, what am I feeling right now in this moment? Or like right now, and you just lay it down and you're like, you could go back and tweak it and refine it a little bit, but you're like, oh man, I was really onto something there. Just pull it out of thin air. That's my favorite stuff. I just like pulling stuff out of thin air. You pick up on something. There's something out there that you could pick up on, tune into, I love doing that. That's the best thing ever. That's so fun to do.
Yeah, catching vibes.
It's so euphoric.
Is what you're doing.
Yeah, it's amazing. And to do that live and other people watch is so entertaining.
Well, and they're contributing.
Yes.
Yeah.
100%. Like, I love to see what everybody's into. Like, if I just randomly start doing something and everybody's like, yes. Like, yes. And I'm like, okay, we should keep doing that. It's like something about that is working.
It's working.
Even if I don't expect it, I'm just like playing something and I look out and I'm like, oh shit, people are really into this right now. Like, this is cool. We should keep doing this, Like, I just tapped into something, And sometimes it doesn't work. Sometimes you're like, oh, I love this. And you look out and people are just kind of like, yeah, this is cool. And you're like, damn it. I really like this. I'm still going to play it. I'm still going to try it out.
You're almost there.
Yeah. Yeah, but I love to improv. I love to jam, man. We'll do that all day and with anybody.
Where's a good place to do that? Is there a regular place to jam?
Man, if you go out to the Summit Music Hall, they got the Weird Wednesdays going on.
Weird
They're freaking
Wednesdays.
jamming out.
Really?
It's mostly dead stuff, but man, they fucking jam. You got
say
Wib on the
dead stuff,
guitar.
you're talking about the
Grateful
Dead
Dead,
stuff?
yes.
Okay.
You got Wib. I think he plays guitar with them most of the time. Wib Schneider. I don't want to mess up his last name. He's really cool. Plays in Quasi Kings here and there. That dude's badass. Levi Brown plays bass with them a lot. I think they have a door of revolving people though, but you got to come out to Weird Wednesdays, man. If you just want to jam, you want to improv, you want to hang around, you want to freaking just get into it, man. I just love doing that. The Summit's a great place for that. It's just, there's something about that place. So like anytime you see a band that's really getting into it and improv, and you're just like, dude, this is the spot right now. This is awesome. Like I said, that place in Rambling House, like I was saying earlier, I love jamming in Rambling House, man. It's just like a perfect size, It's a perfect size little space that's like,
did they
it's
sell
very
that
intimate.
to a different owner? Is it
I don't know.
the venue there?
I don't know. They announced the owner, I can't remember his name. They announced that they were gonna sell it, but they haven't sold it yet. They still do shows there. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. I've been talking about that.
It's a
with other
great
people.
space.
Yeah, I hope that whoever
Little patio in the back.
I hope whoever buys it keeps it like that.
It'd be nice.
They better.
It'd be nice.
They should.
They should. The vibe in there is cool.
Yes, the vibe is awesome. I love playing it. And it's really easy to record stuff there, too. Like, we have a live album, Cane Toads, that we recorded there, yeah. Because they have a little, like, X32 rack right by the stage, and I bring out my freaking... When I recorded that, I brought my huge desktop Mac and just, like, set it next to the stage. It's crazy, because it was like... I could see from where I was at on the stage left, I could look over and see that, like, the tracks on Logic were still going, and I was like, okay, we're good.
Wow.
Yeah, but we recorded the whole album there, man. It's fun. I just love it, man. They got the disco ball up there, man. Yeah, I would play there every night if I could. I love the vibes in there. Something about it.
And did you release that recording?
Yeah. That's
What's it
out
called?
There. It's just called Live at Rambling House. I believe it's July 21st, 2023. So 2 years ago. I believe that was the date on there. But yeah, it's just called Live at Rambling House. It's got a little poster on there that I designed in Photoshop that I put up. And it's pretty cool.
Nice.
I like it.
Nice.
We have a version of a song called Toad Travels on there. That's like my favorite version ever. That's like a song me and my guitarist in the band, Brandon. That was the first song we ever wrote. It's very proggy. It's got a lot of influences in that track. But that's my favorite version of that song ever. I listen to that shit all the time because I was like, man, we fucking nailed it.
Good for you.
It was so good. Because like we have a version of it on the album that it's actually released on is called Perpetual Gaia, but all of those tracks, that whole album, I didn't record any of the drums, like real drums. They're all programmed drums on Logic that I spent a lot of time to program. And I've had a bunch of people come up and be like, how did you record those drums? They sound amazing. And I'm like, I didn't. I didn't record the drums. They're all fake drums.
You just put them together.
Yeah.
And what, MIDI them in?
Yeah.
What's your interface?
In Logic, I just use the MIDI
keyboard.
Yeah. Well, I would implant it on the grid. You know, they have like quantize it and all that stuff. But I had to, dude. I spent a ton of time on that album to make it sound like real drums, and they were real enough to convince a couple of people that were like, "Man, those drums sound fucking killer." And I'm like, "Dude, they're not even real drums." I'm like, "Yeah, that's cool, but They're like, "How did you record that?" I'm like, "I didn't. Sorry." They sound really cool. But anyway, the version on there is cool, but I can't listen to it all the time because I just know it's not a real drum kit in there. Like, we recorded all the other instruments, but it's just hard for me to listen to. But the live version we have is awesome. Because Jacob, our drummer, he did a good job on that track. And dude, that's me and Brandon's favorite song ever, man. It's like our favorite song we've ever played is on there. So that's a really good track on there.
Nice.
It's a great live album, dude. I love listening to that. And then we recorded another album there. That's the most recent thing we released is an acoustic set we did. We did some covers and like 2 or 3 originals on there. And that's also just called Live. But it's a red album cover, acoustic, some acoustic stuff, some classic acoustic stuff we've always recorded.
Nice.
Or always played. Yeah, so that's really cool. So yeah,
nice.
It's really easy to record stuff there. It's a fun place to play, man. I really like playing there.
Nice.
I really hope that if they sell it, that somebody cool is going to buy it.
Yeah, I mean, it's that whole area there at, 4th and Hudson, right?
Yeah.
That just got all those little clubs.
Mm-hmm. Like
Great
Used
music.
Kids.
Great music.
You got Used Kids. You got Rumbo. You got other stuff. The Summit down the way, just a little bit. Not that far, you know.
Yeah.
With Cafe Bourbon. Speaking of bourbon.
Oh, yeah.
Some good bourbon.
Good stuff. What is this? Buffalo Trace.
Buffalo Trace.
Yeah,
Secondary Cheers.
Peace. Yeah, man.
That was a cheers on
It was a cheers on the recording.
Yeah, man.
So what do you see from you're involved in 3, like, I'll call it the original it's original
Yes.
music,
Yeah.
production. You're playing festival type things like Comfest
Here and there, yeah.
things, right?
Repping the Comfest.
And these clubs around, like Ace of Clubs ever?
No, I haven't played
Like
there.
Lore, I would think. Might
they
do well there. Actually.
They have played there. They have played there
Okay.
before. I think we're trying to set up a show there here coming soon.
Good.
Maybe. I'm not sure yet what's going on with that, but yeah, I played at a bunch of places around here, man. I like the whole scene. I just love Columbus, man.
Yeah.
I've grown up here. I've seen tons of stuff around here. A lot of my friends play in bands all around here. You know, I just love the area. It's awesome.
From an original music club perspective, right? What are those clubs looking for? They're just looking for originality. What type of music are you seeing that's working?
I would say there's a lot of if you can just find a way to do something unique and interesting, something that's going to grasp people's attention, you know, for the better or the worse. I feel like both ways work sometimes, you know. But I would say there's a lot of, you know, cover bands do well around here for sure. They sell drinks, they sell tickets, you know. People having a good time, you're at a bar, you know, that's what it is.
Yeah.
That's what I like about the Rambling. I keep coming back to the Rambling House.
I know.
But that's what I like about the Rambling House is because the way it's set up is like a music hall with a bar, you know. There's a lot of places that are like set up as a bar and it's like, yeah, there's a stage in the back, you know, whatever. Like there's bands that play there, here and there. But like if you're going to play some original music that you want people to pay attention, you got to go to places like Rambling House. You got to go places like the Summit. It's like it's music oriented, yeah. It's the music focus, yeah. And it's like, I mean, there's a lot of different vibes out there, man. Like I've seen a lot of vibes that people enjoy, like a lot of the funk. They enjoy the jam band kind of stuff. Like if you want to see a lot of jam band stuff, there's a good amount of that going on in Columbus. It's a lot of jam bands. You have a lot of the metal stuff. There's a lot of metal stuff, but I feel like some of it is kind of redundant. No offense to anyone, but it's a little redundant in my opinion. That's just my take. That could just be my bias.
A lot going on.
There's a lot of that.
In metal.
There's a lot of that.
In metal.
I would say.
Covers?
Yeah, there's like metal. There's like kind of the more emo-oriented stuff, the pop-punk stuff. There's just a lot of that. There's a lot of that all over the place. And maybe you freaking love that shit, and that's awesome. But I don't see a lot of people in, at least maybe my age group, early 20s, mid-20s, going to see that stuff. It's not as exciting. There's like bands like Gunk, like that's a freaking awesome band. I've seen at the Summit a bunch of times. There's tons of jam bands that play at the Summit all the time, and like tons of just areas around here that's like jam bands because you don't know what you're gonna see. You're gonna go find out. It's like It's something to do. It's something exciting, you know. Do something exciting, man. You make it exciting, you know. Like I want to go see something that I don't know what I'm gonna expect, you know. I want to just find out, you know. And like that's the stuff people will come back to see. That's the stuff that people, you know, they like. People enjoy that stuff, you know. Like people like country music, people like metal music, you know. It's fine. I'm in a band that plays metal, so it's like, you know. But every time we play a show, it's a little bit different. I like changing stuff up. I don't like playing the same thing for myself, but also people get bored, man. We're living in the modern age. People get fucking bored, dude. It's like, surprise them. You can control the vibe. It's literally your band. Like, you don't have to play the same song you've played 40 times over because it works. People are still going to get bored of that, man. Change shit up. You might find something that's cool, man. Try to be unique. Be artistic. You know what I mean? Like, that's important for music, you know? Especially if you're going to build a scene in a city that doesn't have a historical, you know, it has a historical scene for sure. It's not like a widely known scene Columbus is, right? So it's like, it's really just revolves around you as the artist to find something unique and just go with it, you know? Like, you can find something different and find just a way to express yourself in a way that captures people. And you just got to keep trying, man, you know? So I don't know. I don't know what the holes are that are missing, but I know the peaks. I can see the peaks, but I can't explain the valleys. You know, does that make sense?
Yeah, for sure.
I can see the peaks in there. Like I said, people want to dance, bro. You gotta groove. You gotta groove sometimes.
You have to.
People want to groove.
Right.
That's a good one. That's a good peak that I've seen around. People want to groove out.
Yep.
Have a couple drinks, you know, do whatever you want to do, but let's groove. Let's have a good time. Let's have a good time tonight. And they don't care if it's a cover or not. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't matter if you're a cover band or not.
And I can dance to this.
Yeah, man. Express yourself how you want to express yourself. But man, that's a great thing to hop onto. I love doing that.
Yep.
I love making people dance.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. That's where it's at. Yeah, and bass is where it's at.
Yeah. Bass and drums, the rhythm section, man. That's what it revolves around. Yeah, but yeah, I don't know, man. I just like doing what I like to do, you know.
Right.
So, I would say I notice stuff. I see what's going on around the town, you know, from what I've seen at least. And as long as you're expressing yourself in some cool artistic way, man, people are gonna hop onto that. I'm gonna shout out another band I think is really cool called Cellar Dweller. I don't know if you've heard of them at all.
I have not.
But they're pretty wild.
Where can you see them?
They're pretty interesting. I don't know. They play all over the place, man.
Really?
I first found them on Broad and High, that show. They have some stuff on Instagram we were talking about earlier. They do like some artist showcase and stuff. I saw them on there and I was like, these guys are kind of interesting, like a little bit different, a little alternative, what's going on there. And I looked them up on Instagram. I was like, oh, these guys are freaking wild. I was like, these guys do all kinds of crazy shit. I think they have a show out on like Newport. They played at the Newport opening for somebody or something, but Like, man, you gotta hop on stuff like that. Like, that stuff is exciting. It's different. It's like way different than anything
And it's
I've
coming out of
seen
Columbus,
before.
Ohio?
Yeah, it's totally Columbus organic shit, man.
Huh.
You know, I'm
Nice.
like, that's a good example. You know, people should look up that band. I think it's worth looking up. I think anybody who's listening to this should go look up that band.
That's cool.
Because they're cool. They're
Yeah.
freaking awesome, man.
And your bands, you're three.
Yeah,
that
you
you're
can
involved
look
in.
up us if you want to. Yeah,
I mean,
that's
you have
fine.
recordings too. You have music out
Yeah.
there.
I tried to hook up with them to record some of their stuff too, but they were kind of already in the middle of other stuff. But I was like, oh man, I would love to hop onto some stuff that people. I just like different. I like when people are doing something different and unique. You know, like that's
sure.
that's important. I feel like there's
Yeah.
something about that's important to me.
Well, come Saturday if you're out at Pickerington,
Yeah.
come see Gabrielle.
Yeah, yeah.
That'll be a fun show.
What's the venue called again?
It's called the Corner.
The Corner.
A Bar. The Corner A Bar.
Yes.
That's the name of it. Mm-hmm. Pickerington Hill Road,
Please come out.
256 south of 270 I-70.
You'll see me and Len there. Come on out. Wish I had a good radio voice. Come out.
You do have a
to the
good radio
corner.
voice.
You think so?
Yeah.
Man, it's so weird recording everybody else. I don't ever record my voice, and I listen back to it, and I'm like, oh, what the fuck?
You sing?
No.
No singing.
Well, I can.
Strictly.
I know the notes.
Yeah?
I know what's going on.
All right.
But yeah, I don't have the chops. You know what I mean? Yeah, I know what's going on musically. But I couldn't do it if I had to. Dude, if I had to sing in front of a stage, in front of people, no, I'm done.
Right.
Terrible. I would just have so much anxiety. I couldn't do it.
Damn.
But yeah, if somebody sings a wrong note in the studio, I'm like, hey man, you kind of a little flat there, you know. But I couldn't. If they're like, oh, you come do it, I'm like, nope, can't do it.
Righto. Righto, mister.
That's why we have Melodyne, people.
What is that?
It's a voice pitch correction appliance software tool on Pro Tools.
Oh, gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
A
That I
DAW
use-
interface.
I use here and there, you know. I use it sometimes. Yeah, it's kind of a plug-in on Pro Tools. That it's kind of like more of a. It's more integrated now. It's way easier to use, and apparently than it used to be. I use it here and there.
Somebody
on
had to
harmonies.
do something.
Yeah. They use it. I think it's just so common. They were like, we need to just make this part of the freaking DAW. I was like,
Buy 'em.
yeah, yeah.
He's holding out for bigger dollars. You gotta wait.
I use it on harmonies here and there. If you listen to stuff that I'm
2025, man. Now
yeah.
it works. Now it works.
If you listen to stuff I've recorded and you're like, man, those harmonies sound perfect. There might be a little Melodyne in there. Sorry to. You hear from me first, folks.
It's a little trick.
Yeah, it's a good trick, man. I like those little tricks, man. I mean, they're there for a reason, you know. I don't like autotune. That's a musical choice now. It's a stylistic choice now. It's not. There's a place to apply it that really work well. That's all I do.
Yeah, it's almost commercial, mainstream pop,
Yeah.
vocal tone.
Yeah, rap,
Auto-tune these
rap,
days.
R&B stuff, man. That's super
Pretty
common.
wild.
It's turned into it had an appliance at first, and now it's like its own thing, like it's its own stylistic appliance now. You know, it's kind of interesting.
Its own genre.
Yeah, it is interesting. I've always thought that's interesting. Like you had
Auto-tune.
T-Pain, you had freaking T-Pain coming out, and he was like, "That's the whole point, though. Like I'm not just using it. Like that is the sound." Like I like when stuff comes out like that, and you're like, "Okay, like that's innovative. That's kind of interesting." And now it's overblown.
It's mainstream.
Yeah, sorry, too much. It's not rock and roll,
Like
kids.
chorus on your guitar. It's like, ooh, so you can do a little too much sometimes.
You think Robert Plant would ever use auto-tune?
You'd be surprised. I'll bet you there's shit on there. There's probably some
Think he has?
reverb that's been put on his voice
Well,
back in the day.
sure.
A little reverb.
They
Maybe
had
a
some
little
verb.
slap back echo or something.
They had some verb, but they weren't going in there and correcting the pitch.
That was that whole hall.
I'm just saying.
What a band that was, huh?
Yeah, it's my favorite band. Black Sabbath's my favorite band, but Led Zeppelin's number 3.
Who's number 2?
Rush.
Oh.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Sabbath is
You're
my
a
favorite.
young guy for being a Rush fan. I am
man.
glad to see that.
That's where my name came from, vicariously.
Roark?
Sort of, yes. My dad was really into 2112 by Rush. Like, that was like his favorite shit of all
Dude,
time.
that was a life-changing album for me.
Yeah,
too.
and it changed his life, apparently, because
Some other guys, I'm sure.
Yeah, he listened to the album, yeah, and he
Roark.
that album, I guess the lyrical content or just the morals of the album was based off Ayn Rand's writing.
True story.
And he went out and bought The Fountainhead, and it has the main character's name is Howard Roark, So he was so influenced by Rush that he went out to read that book, and he loved it so much that he was like, Roark, that's interesting.
That is a great name.
And he named me that, yeah.
That is really cool.
Yeah, I freaking love telling that story because I'm like, well, shit, Rush is my favorite band of all time. I have to tell him that story. But yeah, it's true, man. I mean, that's freaking interesting. And it's spelled the same as Howard Roark. It's technically his last name, I guess, in the story. But yeah, it's not a common spelling either, Roark. Every time I tell someone my name, they spell wrong every time.
Put an E at the end.
Yeah, or it's
Yeah.
Rourke.
Yeah.
Yeah, every time.
No, that's not how you spell it.
Yeah. But Rush is kind of like, I feel like it's in my DNA just because of that fact.
Yeah.
I'm like, you know, growing up, I listened to that. I listen to Rush all the time. Farewell to Kings is my favorite Rush album. And Permanent Waves, those are my two favorites. I love Moving Pictures. I love 2112. Yada, yada. Farewell to Kings is the best album.
Farewell to Kings, I bought when it came out.
Yeah?
I went down to the store, bought it, came home, put it on the turntable.
Mm-hmm.
And I heard that song before I heard it on the radio.
Mm-hmm.
The one with the guitar
Closer to the
intro,
Heart.
Closer to the Heart.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought, they've gone pop.
That's what's so cool about them.
But then
though.
I heard Xanadu.
Yeah. Then they perfected it. They were like, oh shit, we wrote the greatest song of all time.
God, they didn't wreck it.
Yeah.
They didn't wreck it.
Yeah, yeah.
But and then I kind of grew to Close to the Heart.
Yeah. I mean, that's a great song. But I do skip it a lot because
But Xanadu.
I've heard it 1,000 times. I never skip Xanadu.
Your percussion DNA
Yes.
is probably based off of some of that.
Neil Peart was my drum teacher, man. Xanadu was like one of the first songs I ever learned all the way through, and I was like, that was so satisfying. Learn the whole thing, yeah.
Tempo,
Yes, dude.
groove.
Neil Peart was my drum teacher, man. Xanadu, I played Tom Sawyer 100 billion times in a row. At least, my mom would tell you. I would go play at 2 in the morning at my old house all the time, like almost every night. I would get up at 2 in the morning after hitting some nefarious things. I would get up and play. And yeah, I don't know how my mom did that, man. I would legitimately go at 2 in the morning to the room next door to mine. I had like, my room was just my bedroom, and I had like a little studio drum set up in the next room. And I would just go play drums in there and play Rush and Jane's Addiction, and I would play Alice in Chains, and I would play some Sabbath, mostly on the bass on Sabbath. But yeah, it was mostly Rush. I learned every Rush song in the middle of the night.
How'd you get all these instruments when you were a kid?
Well, my dad bought me my first guitar a long time ago. When I was like in 6th grade, he bought me a guitar, and I took lessons for a while, and I never picked up on it really. I never really like understood what was going on.
Guitar.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know what's going on here. I had like these little fret markers, like little stickers that you put on the frets to like tell you like where to play or whatever. And I was like, I don't understand what's happening. None of this makes any sense to me. I don't get what's going on. And it was years later I joined middle school band, and in the percussion section, and I actually learned how to play like drums and instruments. But yeah, I just remember one day coming down when I was like I was supposed to practice some on guitar. I think it was Johnny Cash, Ring of Fire. I was trying to learn that guitar, like doom ding ding doo doo. Like it was just like the melody, something really stupid, easy to learn. Like I can play it 5 seconds now.
That little thing.
And I was like, dude, this is stupid. I don't understand. I went downstairs and like went to my dad's office and I was like, I just want to play the drums. I was like, I don't want to do this shit anymore. I just want to play the drums. And that was like the last day I ever tried to play the guitar. And he was like, okay, all right, whatever. And then I go to middle school and I picked up the drums, and then I learned like basic stuff on the drums, like starting from the ground up. And then I didn't really pick up a drum kit until I was like 13 or 14. So like a couple years after I'd been learning that for a minute. But yeah, and then once my dad realized I could like, I would play down on his drum kit, and he'd be like, okay, so you actually can play stuff, like, all right, you actually care a little bit about this. I'm not going to buy something for you like the guitar, and then you just put it down after 2 months because you're just like, I don't want to do it anymore.
Right.
So yeah, he bought me my first drum kit. It was that all white birch Yamaha Stage Custom. Yeah, and that was nice. And unfortunately I had to sell it. I warped it in my storage. But then it was kind of the same thing with my first bass too. I had a Fender Jag, Squier Jaguar bass that I still have, that I have like these cool inlays on now, but that thing's all been chipped up and used. That's like the first bass I ever owned. I've had it forever. And he bought me it, and he didn't get me an amp until at least a year into playing it. I think it was a year in, he got me a Fender Rumble amp, which I also still have. It's
That's
like
cool.
Practice
Get a
amp.
little practice amp.
I remember sitting in his apartment learning I remember learning Master Puppets, the full album, all the way through with no amp. And then I went to plug it in, and I was like, oh shit, I messed all this up. I don't know any of these songs. Once you actually plug in the amp, and you're like, oh, I'm playing all the wrong notes. I can't hear anything that I'm playing. But I would try really hard. I was like, I really want to play this instrument. I really love this instrument a lot, you know? And he was like, if you can prove to me that you can actually play this thing, and I'll get you an amp. And I freaking went all in, you know? Like, all in. I tried to learn all the permanent waves. I couldn't do it on bass, but I could do it on drums eventually. You know, just slowly build up from that, you know, until it's like I'm playing the bass every single day, all day. At least I try to play at least an hour a day, every day, you know. And man, that does a lot.
Oh gosh,
It does a lot.
Oh, it does a heck of a lot.
And I'll still play without it plugged in all the time because that's just how I learned how to play. That's why sometimes I'll play really hard. You know,
write your music with the bass.
Yeah, a lot of times, yeah. Most of the
melody
time,
anyway.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of times I do write riffs. You know, like a lot of people tell you, I'm kind of a riffer. I riff it out, man. That's my favorite thing to do, especially on the bass because you can't do them a lot. You know, but I like coming up with cool harmonic things to do on the bass because you kind of run out of things to do. You know, eventually. It's like if you can keep it going
Playing
on the
bass live, I've learned you can really, and there's some guys that have really been guiding me.
Yeah.
Some great guys. You know, Sean Pruden and Matt Sistone. I've taken formal lessons from, and these guys are very harmonic. They're very versed, very different style players, but I've learned so much listening, just shutting up and listening to what they have to say.
Yeah.
And you know, it's not a debate. It's, you know, you're a student, and you want if you want to learn, you got to listen to people that know.
Yes.
Yeah. and then take that and then work on it.
Yeah, you gotta listen, man.
Well, but what they say a lot of times is something that you may not understand out of the gate. But then you
gotta apply it.
You apply it and you work it. You're like, oh shit, that's what he's saying.
It helps a lot too. It helped a lot too later on.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like when I first started, I was just getting the fundamentals of like the technique of like how do I actually play the thing. Like I don't even know what I'm playing. I just want to know how to play it. You know, like that's a big milestone on the bass, especially. It's like, oh, I can play a note and it sounds like a note, you know.
And
Like,
not this.
that takes a little bit to get there, you know.
Yeah.
Once you start that and you're
With
like,
the
oh,
pick,
okay, now
with
I can
the
learn a
pick.
song.
Like I started on a pick, and now I'm alarmed.
Oh, you're a guitar player too.
At what I did though, it just you know, you learn
Yeah.
how to caress this thing. And I'm still I'll learn the rest of my life.
It's a beast you gotta tame. You gotta learn how to mute. That was another big milestone. You gotta know how to mute the damn strings.
Right.
It's a lot on the left hand. Like I play a lot. Whenever I play, I always put my thumb on the string below it. Like anytime I'm moving up to another string, it's like a thing I've just gotten used to doing. I don't see a lot of people doing that, you know. I don't know why. I think it's because I didn't really learn how to actually use a pick when I was first learning how to play guitar. I didn't really know how to do it. I had to learn that way later on my own, you know. But yeah, it helps a lot whenever you start to learn more theory. You start to just listen. Like you said, you just gotta listen, man. You gotta listen to stuff.
Bass for me is so sensory.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Fully. I've never been so aware of what the hell's going on everywhere.
Yeah.
You know.
Because you're the backbone, man.
Well, and it surprised me how important
Yeah.
and serious that you have to take your role in the band. I mean, it's a serious damn position.
Yeah.
Because you're holding everything together with the drummer.
Yeah.
Once
you
you have to
reach
have
that
that
point, it's
good
fun.
communication with whoever you're performing with.
Once you reach a point, it's awesome, though.
Yeah, and it is fun. It's a lot of fun.
Well, I just like that once you reach that point, you can kind of extend out, and you're like, okay, I know what my fundamental role is in this song or in this band specifically. Now I want to stretch out. And I feel like there's a lot more room to stretch out than you would think on the bass, you know. You don't have to play the root note.
In between one.
Yeah.
There's sometimes room if there's not if you don't have a rapid fire drummer, you know, up in the tempo too fast.
Too much.
There's a little bit of room.
Yeah.
To throw in the fifths and the sevenths.
Your sevenths, your minor thirds.
And your minor all that.
Major sixths.
All that. Just, you know, and tapping it out and doing and running it up a little tiny bit. I mean, I don't know that I'll ever be that bass player, but I'm seeing value add
Yeah.
in going there,
Yeah.
especially when there's space to do it.
Yeah.
And it works with cover songs too, because sometimes you end up going a little, I don't know, sonically pleasing live the way you're doing it, following the line of the original recording, but you're adding a little bit of something in there that's kind of magical.
Yeah. Well, I enjoy the limitation of it too. I tend to enjoy the limitations because then you can
Less is
expand.
more.
Yeah.
Less is more with less.
The bass guitar is the definition of that.
It is
100%.
Totally.
1,000%.
And I tend to overplay.
Yeah, it's
Because
really
I'm
easy
a
to
guitar,
do that.
Because I'm a guitar
Yeah.
guy. Came from that. It's just like blah, blah, blah.
I overplay all the time, man. My guitar player in Cane Toads is always like, "You're playing too many notes." As a joke, he'll just joke around and he'd be like, "Hey, man, you're playing too many notes."
But it sounds
I'd be
badass
like,
though.
shut up. Just do it on purpose. Because he knows I just love to fly around on the bass, you know. He's like, "Hey, man, you're playing too many notes." And I'm like, "Yeah." And he's like, "I'm just joking." But I'm like, the fact that you had to say that, though, maybe I am playing
It
too
made
many
you feel
notes.
good, didn't it? Yeah. He's aware.
I do enjoy the limitation of it. I think that's why I love the bass so much, though, because it's like you can reach the fundamentals easily. Once you get to the fundamentals, then you're like, okay, what else can I do with this? Because you're like, I kind of got it now. It's like, yeah, I can play C to D to G to E. Okay, it's one note. But what can I do that's different and interesting, you know? Like, it takes a lot of time to build the character into certain instruments. I really love forms of art that are limiting. Like, of course, like, you can say painting, right? You have a freaking blank canvas with 3 colors. And what you do is going to be different than the next guy, than the next guy, and the next guy. But it's hard for people to apply that to music sometimes, I feel like, or they don't immediately see that. And I'm like, I see that every time. I love to see it in that view, at least, you know? Like, the limitations bring out a lot of great things because you got to think outside the box. You got to be creative in some way to be like, yeah, you know, or you just look towards people that you really enjoy, like Geddy Lee or Flea or Les Claypool, and you're like, wow, those guys paint with a very different colors on the same canvas. You know what I mean? Like, that's how I see it. They're using the same colors, but painting them in a very different styles on the same canvas. You know, and it's like it just takes a long time to get there to the point where you kind of understand your style and like what you like. I still don't know. I mean, I experiment with stuff all the time. I love listening to all kinds of different stuff, and I just like to take it all in. You know. Like, I love Victor Wooten, you know, but I also love Dire Straits, and I love all kinds of different stuff. I just like to take it all in. I love Geezer Butler, man. You know, it's like I want to freaking do all of them at once as best as possible. That's what everybody wants to do, you know. Like, I want to do every single thing that all the bass players do all at once, you know. It's like, just go for it, man. You're going to get some interesting shit if you do that.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Absolutely.
That's how you can be a good musician, man, you know. It's like, what painting are you trying to pick? What landscape are you trying to paint right now, you know? That's like I said earlier about being in the moment. It's like, what sounds beautiful to you in this moment, or what sounds horrendous to you in this moment, you know? How are you going to get there? Like, what steps are you going to take to get there? And that just takes time to build up to that, you know?
Right.
But yeah, that's what I love about music, man. You're painting a mental picture.
Oh, yeah.
It's
I'm on the same
incredible.
page, man. I think of it as painting.
I think of it completely
Totally.
as painting.
Yeah.
I think of it like that all the time. Like, I like to think of bands and, you know, might sound a little psychedelic, but I like to hear bands that I'm like, what color am I picking up? You know, what are they painting? What are they trying to give me right now? You know, that's why I like a lot of instrumental music too, because the vocals, it makes it really very easy to paint that picture sometimes. And I'm like, I like to just kind of lay back, listen to the music. Like, what are they really trying to tell you right now? Just instrumentally, just sonically, you know. I really enjoy that kind of stuff. But yeah, I lay it down on painting a lot. All right, I make the comparison to painting all the time. Like, I like to listen to Fish a lot. I always talk about this with Brandon. Like, Fish is like an abstract painting. You ever listen to Fish?
Oh, yeah.
It's a very abstract painting,
yeah.
you know?
Absolutely.
Like, if people listen to them and they kind of see one color, one vibe, but if you really are into them, you really listen to them a lot, it's a very abstract, very specific style of painting, you know? That's like if you were to say that's Picasso, and you got Led Zeppelin, and like, that's Van Gogh, you know what I mean? Like, that's a very specific other thing. That, like, yeah, sure, they have a lot of different vibes going on, but they know what they're trying to paint, man. You know, I really do enjoy making that comparison. It's nice.
Very cool.
It's artistic, bro. It's art. You know.
Yeah,
We're
it's
artists.
definitely a creative, juiced
Yeah.
activity.
Yeah, and the juice that you get from Columbus, Ohio, is its own specific color palette as well. You know.
It really is.
Yeah. That's
It's pretty
so
diverse.
fascinating to me. You know, I love that.
I'm pretty focused on the rock and,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
some of the blues based scenes, if you will.
That's
but
good stuff.
but you're in the I would say the jam
Yeah.
scene.
Yeah, I love that stuff, man.
Younger 20-something, 30-something even folks, and there's not a lot that will venture into the what I'll say the venue bars, some of the common venue bars on the burbs,
Yeah.
like the burb circuit, because those are the cover bands, right?
Yeah.
But
They're
inside,
They're there for the bar. The music is just there. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
You know?
exactly. And so these other events, though, that's where the creativity comes,
Yeah.
and that's where it may not be as event lucrative for the musician, but there's a lot of opportunity to get your wares out there.
I just like getting people, like-minded people together and just to play music in general.
Yeah.
No matter where you're at, That's what I liked about doing this Toad Fest thing that we did at the Summit. It was a lot of fun because I got a lot of different people and genres and vibes together. We were all friends. I was friends with all of them, or at least I knew about them. Some of them I was like brand new friends, like Austin and Sid Experience. Like I knew of them, but I didn't know them personally.
But you get to meet them.
Yeah, I did. It was a great opportunity to meet them, and they freaking kicked ass.
Oh, yeah.
It was so cool.
Oh, they're so much
It was
fun.
awesome, and everybody was just there to just play music, and that was it, Like, I like getting people together and doing that kind of stuff. That's kind of another facet I enjoy is, like, booking shows. I like to mix vibes together and try to find a way where these people can kind of mix together and see what happens, It's like maybe these, you got a group of people that really like this band, and it's like, well, they're probably going to like that band. Or if not, even if it's totally opposite, let's just see what they react to these guys. Like, maybe you can shock them, freak them out a little bit. Like, I love that, dude. I love freaking people out, I love just hitting people with like a wham, and you're like, whoa, I was not expecting that, Because every time it happens to me, I'm like instantly a fan of anything that, whatever the genre happens to be. Like Austin and the Sid, they did that to me. Like whenever they played at Toad Fest, I was sitting up front and I was like, man, these guys are kicking ass. Like, holy shit,
Yeah,
this is
they're
really
kicking
cool.
ass.
And I remember texting.
They're fun. They're so much fun to see.
I texted Sid later on and was like, did you guys play any covers or were they all originals? She was like, they were all originals. I was like, oh, wow, that is amazing. Like, those are really good songs.
Yeah.
And then we played at Comfest back in June, and they played only covers. It was a completely different set. And I was like, oh, these guys don't even know. Like, the audience, I'm like, they don't even know. These guys actually make really good music outside of just covers, too, Like, it was Comfest. So they wanted to do some, like, it was a lot of Funkadelic and stuff. But I thought that was really cool. I was like, man, they can just change their set completely to a whole different thing.
Cool.
Like, that's a great band, man.
That's
a really good band.
Yeah.
If you can do that.
You go reggae.
Yeah. If you're like, today I just want to freaking
or we're going to do
out.
classic rock today.
Yeah. You can change it up. I'm like, that's a good band. That's a good musician. You got to be able to listen to many different things.
Yeah.
You got to take it all in, man,
Yep.
But yeah, that's how I found out about this podcast. This is the old Austin and the Sid experience.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That makes me feel happy. Because I like cross-pollination, too.
Yeah.
I think the crossover is healthy for people that are really interested in growing musically. Sit in with a reggae band. That's rhythms and vibe.
You got to stay open-minded.
Oh,
generally.
Gosh. Oh, yeah.
I highly recommend that.
Yeah.
If anyone's thinking about doing it, you should probably do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Staying open-minded.
Try it out.
Yeah. Try stuff out, man. You're never going to grow as a person, let alone a musician, if you don't try something out. I can't even tell you the amount of bands I've gotten into because I'm like, well, people like this band. I don't really understand why. I don't know what's going on there, It's like the Mars Volta. Like, I remember people always telling me about that band as being like, oh, this band's awesome. And I would listen to them and be like, I don't really understand what's going on. Like, this is a lot going on. I don't get what's going on. And I keep listening to it. And I'm like, maybe there's something going on that I'm not hearing that I could get into. And then I got more into it and kept listening and listening over. You just force yourself to listen to it. And you're like, now I'm like, that band is amazing. That band is so incredibly cool, man. The Mars Volta specifically. But it's like stuff like that, you got to stay open-minded. That's staying open-minded. It's like...
Be receptive to something new.
Yeah, be receptive, man. Yeah, 100%. Yeah. That's so important. That's important for life, and especially if you're a creative person. If you're an artist, you want to do stuff. You want to, maybe you have something unique that people aren't understanding. It's like, well, maybe you should be try to be more receptive to other things.
Good
see
advice.
How you can...
Coming from a young guy.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Because I understand that that's important. That's totally important to anybody who's a creative person, If you have something unique to offer, and maybe it's not working, or maybe you want to improve it or change it, be receptive. Go try something out.
Yep.
Maybe it's even as simple as like, hey man, I want to start working out. I don't know. It could
Yeah.
be anything in life.
Anything.
It all relates, you know.
It does.
It's like, hey man, I've never played golf before. I'm gonna go play some golf. I don't know. It could be anything. You know what I mean?
Part of
Could be
it's
something
your
as
age
stupid as
too,
that.
man. Trying stuff.
Could be something as
Just
stupid as that.
I encourage it though. It's good as long
Like-
as it's legal and doesn't hurt
Oh,
anybody.
yeah. Like, I've never been to Arkansas. Let's go to Arkansas. What's
Yeah.
out there, man? I don't know. Find out. You go to meet this guy who's working at a shop, and you're like, man, that guy is such an interesting
near
guy. I'm going to write
Louisiana.
a song about that guy. And bam. Hit song. Guy in Arkansas
Yeah,
song.
it happens. Yeah, it happens like that quickly. It can.
Yeah. Regardless, though, yeah, everybody should try new stuff. Don't get stuck in a rut, man.
No.
If you're doing the same thing every day, take a different route home. You might see a guy that you weren't expecting. You might try to get something off of you, and you might be a really nice guy. Anything to change your pattern. I think anything that changes your pattern is going to make you creative as a whole, you know?
That's good advice.
Yeah. I believe it. I try to do that all the time. That's why I do a lot of different things.
You practice what you preach.
Yes, 100%. I'd like to think I do. Maybe some other people are like, no. I'm like, I try to.
Roark, you're a pretty wise young guy.
Well, I appreciate it, man.
Good for you, man.
Yeah.
Keep running. You got a bright future. I know you do. It's gonna be.
I would hope so.
Gonna be so bright. You're gonna need to, just tuck down and keep going.
Yeah. Not get distracted.
Yeah.
A little tunnel vision is good.
Yeah.
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah.
I'd like to think so.
But it's been great talking to you, man.
Yeah, it's been fun to be over here, man.
Yeah, we're I think we're gonna go check out that new bass that I got today.
Yes.
Just for a second.
It's freaking
But I
cool
want to
bass.
get some pictures that for some of the some of the social media
Yeah, man, I gotta check
posts
out
for
this
your
view.
episode number 119.
Wow. That's crazy. That's a lot.
Roark Maddern. Thanks, man.
Of course.
Columbus, Ohio musician, producer. Thanks, man. Appreciate you sharing as much as you did.
Yes. I'm always down to share. Hit me up. Let me know. If you want to record some stuff, I got the hookup. I know a couple studios that would be awesome. It'd be a lot of fun. If you want to play some shows, I can book you some venues. If you want to
Are
listen
you
to
a
some
sound
music.
engineer that could walk into to a board and help out?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Putting a production together.
Yeah, there you go. You need someone to run some sound? I'll help you out. I'll run some sound.
There might be some folks that are in need of that.
Oh, yeah.
Skill set, not necessarily have the gear, but
Yeah.
come in with knowing how to twist the knobs and balance things out the best you can.
Hit me up on Instagram, Roark Audio, ROARK Audio. Hit me up.
There you have
I'll
it.
help you out.
We'll put a little link in your episode. It'll get
Yeah.
blasted out. 33 countries are listening to this podcast.
Wow.
It's pretty cool.
Please do.
It's awesome. All right. Episode number 119, Roark Maddern. Thanks, man.
Yep.
All right.
Bye,
Thanks,
guys.
Thanks for listening. Bye-bye.